okay, some nuclear technology, what they're trying to do, they're trying to use thorium for their reactors. Thorium is, abundantly available in the world. But China is claiming that it has the maximum reserves of thorium, which is really not correct. India is the one which has maximum largest thorium reserves. But they have tested this. This is the first thorium molten salt reactor.
What exactly is thorium? Because people are used to nuclear reactors using uranium or plutonium. So what is this thorium molten salt? What does that do?
It is using thorium instead of plutonium or uranium. That is what it is doing. Okay? And thorium is abundantly available as compared to uranium and plutonium. Although China is, increasing its capacity of plutonium, and plutonium plants have also come up, they have been expanded. So instead of that, they're trying to use thorium, and they have been successful. That is the main thing. Till now, nobody was successful. We've been, rest of the world has been trying since 1960. Thorium reactors have not been successful. Yes, somebody was asking you a question.
Oh, said, I know that there are a lot of countries who have been testing thorium reactors, but no one has come out with a commercial one. Are you saying that China is doing it? It has already succeeded? I know they have goals to do one by, they have a goal to do one by like 2030 or something like that. But they've already done it, is what you're saying.
This is what has been seen. Next slide number 18 shows it is an old, satellite imagery. So by now they have already constructed it, and they claim that it is successful. Now we really don't know how far it is true or not, but they do claim that it is successful, the thorium molten salt reactor.
That's interesting, because if it is successful, that means that China has gone beyond just stealing other countries' technology to actually being able to innovate and surpass other countries, in the United States in particular.
True. That is what they're trying to do, and they have succeeded in this. They're also trying to put it on, if you come on to the next slide of slide number 19, which shows the box container ship. They are planning to have a container ship with the TMSR. That is the thorium molten salt reactor.
What's the purpose of that?
Make it smaller also. The one on ground in Gobi Desert is a large one. So on ships, they require smaller reactors. So if they are able to succeed in that, they will be putting it on the first ship that is likely to come up in another 2-3 years' time. So let's see how far they are able to succeed and miniaturize that TMSR.
I know that the United States has nuclear-powered submarines, and I think they might be uranium, and they've been around really for decades. Can't that technology be used instead of the TMSR technology?
It can be used on container ships also, but generally container ships we have not been using. Rest of the world has not been using, especially the USA has not used it on. We don't want to proliferate. That is what is the main thing. China is one which does not bother about proliferation. They are the biggest culprits of proliferation. They have given the technology, every kind of technology, to North Korea, Pakistan, Iran, even Russia. They're supplying now weapons and all. And Myanmar also, through North Korea or otherwise, whatever way you think, what the China would be taking those paths and proliferating. So it is really bad. Somebody comes and gets hold of that container ship. Imagine if they're going and some rogue elements come up onto that ship, which is not, safeguarded by weapons. So how is it going to, it is going to be very, very risky.
So, I mean, I see that I'm looking at this Chinese shipyard that's saying that it's doing this thorium reactor to build the largest ever container ship, the one that you're showing us now. So they're kind of saying it's going to be like the reason they're building it is it's zero emissions, right? Like this is like,
Oh, it's green.
yeah, so it's kind of being positioned as a green technology. But I mean, how likely is this to be used to power Chinese aircraft carriers, like things like that?
Well, Chinese aircraft carrier, they are planning to have the next one, that is the fourth aircraft carrier, as a nuclear one. But we are really not sure unless the construction starts and is visible on satellite imagery. Will not be able to really say so. But they are likely to use, nuclear reactors in the fourth aircraft carrier. Third one is already, almost about to reach the sea trial stage. The fourth one the construction has not started. Part of it probably has started in Jiangnan, Tangxing, but we really don't know. We've not seen it on satellite images as yet. But they are planning it, and they are likely to use nuclear reactors. They already have, SSBNs, so that is not much of a problem for them.
Would the thorium give them an advantage over the U.S. nuclear-powered aircraft carriers?
It's really, you can't fathom the edge just with one particular, type of thing. Like, say, the nuclear reactor itself. The other things which come along with it, the tactics, the strategies, and how it is built, and how it will be used in a particular scenario, a situation, all that differs. The USA has a large experience of war fighting, right from World War One and Two. You, the U.S. Navy has seen all this. The Chinese Navy has not. So just having an equipment and not having the strategies, tactics will be difficult. The comparison is very difficult to make. But then, yes, tomorrow, say, if they are going to fight a war, after the rejuvenation, the world is expecting it to fight a war with US by, say, 2035 or so. That is what most of the senior officers of the US Army, Navy, Air Force are saying. Then they would have an edge over the US.